Number 1. Rami Huberger. He was active in Israel as an actor, comedian, and director for the stage. His formal training took place at Nissan Natives Acting Studio in Tel Aviv. After completing his studies, Huberger performed in a number of stage productions, including Macbeth, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Hamlet, Waiting for Godot, Le Bourgeois Gentilhomme, and Black Box. In 2007, Huberger directed and performed in the stage production Scenes from a Marriage. That same year, he also appeared in Anna Karenina, performing alongside Evgenia Dodina, Alex Ansky, and Yuval Siegel. In 2008, Huberger portrayed Michael Newman in the drama series In Treatment, appearing with Asi Dayan and Ayel Litzur. That year, he also joined the comedy talk show Bai Batav, alongside Einav Galalai. Died August 28. He was 61 years due to cancer. Number 2. Tim Armstead. An American politician and judge, he served as a justice of the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia between 2018 and his death, beginning his second tenure as Chief Justice in 2024. Earlier in his career, he represented the 40th District in the West Virginia House of Delegates. Armstead was elected Speaker of the House in 2015, becoming the first Republican to hold the position in more than 8 decades, and remained in that role until 2018. He was born in Clendenin, West Virginia. He studied at the University of Charleston, where he completed a BA in Political Science and History, and later obtained a JD from West Virginia University College of Law. On November 5, 2018, he won election to complete a term ending in January 2021. Ahead of the May 2020 election, he declared his intention to run for a full 12-year term. During that year, he also held the position of Chief Justice. Died August 26. He was 60 years, died due to cancer. Number 3. Floyd Levine. An American actor, he gained recognition for his roles in a wide range of television programs and movies during the 1960s. In 1978, Levine appeared as Dr. Ralph Harris in the film Blood Brothers. He later portrayed General Duncan in Braddock, Missing in Action 3, and took on the role of Lieutenant Mellon in Angel 3, The Final Chapter, 1988. Levine was featured as a guest actor in several television productions, including Quincy M.E. Hill Street Blues. Died August 14th. He was 93 years. Number 4. Alan Horniak. He was an American basketball player recognized for his performances at the high school and collegiate levels. Although chosen in the 1973 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers and in the 1973 ABA draft by the Indiana Pacers, Horniak did not pursue a professional playing career. He played as a shooting guard and established numerous scoring records during his time there. He was born 1951 and died August 25th. He was 74 years. Number 5. Mort Todd. He was an American writer and media executive, recognized for his work as editor-in-chief of Cracked magazine and later with Marvel Music. He also owned Comic Fix, a media company involved in developing licensed properties. Todd's career included work as a writer, artist, and editor for multiple comic book companies. He contributed to stories involving Superman, Spider-Man, and licensed properties like Barbie and Looney Tunes. Beyond comics, his illustrations have appeared on CD packaging, in periodicals, and in print advertisements. Todd took over as editor-in-chief of Cracked magazine in 1985. While in that role, he recruited Don Martin, a longtime Mad magazine artist of 32 years. From 1983 onward, he illustrated the 9 original volumes of Back from the Grave. In addition, Mort both wrote and drew several stories for Daniel Clow's Lloyd Llewellyn series released by Fantagraphics. He was born 1961 and died August 24th. He was 63 years. Number 6. Joel Sill. He was an American music supervisor, producer, and consultant, noted for his contributions to films such as Forrest Gump, Castaway, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, The Goonies, Blade Runner, The Color Purple, and My Cousin Vinny. In 1967, Sill joined Big 3 Music Publishing, also known as Robbins, Feist, and Miller, marking his first role in the music industry. A year later, he began working for Irving Almo Music, and in 1969 he joined Dunhill Records, where he produced his initial film soundtrack for Easy Rider. Sill graduated from Grant High School in 1964. He was born 1946 and died August 23rd. He was 78 years, due to pulmonary fibrosis. Number 7. Joel Sill. He worked as a journalist, writer, and television presenter in Israel. Educated in international relations and modern Jewish history at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, he started writing for Haaretz during the 1960s. Margalit became one of the regular presenters of Erev Hadash, a current affairs program on Israeli educational television, beginning with its launch in 1982. He was born 1938 and died August 28. He was 87 years, due to serious illness. Number 8. Eusebio Poncilla. A Spanish actor, he appeared in productions including Rapture, The Law of Desire, and Martín. In 2001, his performance in Intact brought him a Goya Award nomination for Best Actor. His credits include A House Without Boundaries, 1972, and he played the lead role in Iván Zulueta's cult film Rapture, considered one of the key works of experimental Spanish cinema produced during the transition. He was born 1945 and died August 27. He was 79 years. Number 9. Rainer Weiss. He was a German-American physicist, recognized for his contributions to gravitational physics and astrophysics. He served as a professor of physics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and as an adjunct professor at Louisiana State University. He is best known for developing the laser interferometric technique that underpins the operation of LIGO. He also served as chair of the COBE Science Working Group. In 2017, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics, along with Kip Thorne and Barry Barish, for decisive contributions to the LIGO detector and the observation of gravitational waves. Weiss was instrumental in advancing the idea of applying lasers to interferometric gravitational wave detection, proposing that effective sensitivity would require detector arms on the scale of several kilometers. In the 1970s, he constructed an early prototype, expanding upon concepts previously explored by Robert L. Forward. Died August 25. He was 92 years, cause was not given. Number 10. Ollie Horgan. He is an Irish football manager who took charge of Finn Harps in November 2013. Prior to this, Horgan managed the Republic of Ireland national schoolboy team and also served as assistant manager at Galway United. Horgan began his managerial career with Fanad United in the Ulster Senior League, where he guided the club to 3 league titles. In 2011, when Fanad entered an under-19 team into the inaugural season of the national competition, Horgan took charge of the side. He remained with Fanad United until 2013, when he was appointed manager of Finn Harps. On December 14, 2022, Horgan was appointed assistant manager of Galway United, his hometown club in the League of Ireland First Division. He remained in the role until his departure on August 9, 2025. He was born 1968 and died August 28. He was 57 years, died after a short illness. Number 1. Gary Burbank. He was an American radio personality, best known for his work on WLW in Cincinnati, Ohio, where he was heard daily beginning in June 1981. He also gained national recognition as the voice of his fictional character Earl Pitts, featured in syndicated radio commentaries until 2021. He began his radio career under the on-air name Bill Williams at KLPL in Lake Providence, Louisiana, before later adopting the pseudonym Johnny Apollo while working at KUZN in West Monroe, Louisiana. Burbank received several major industry honors, including consecutive Marconi Awards for Large Market Personality of the Year in 1990 and 1991. In November 2012, Burbank was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame. He died August 28. He was 84 years, died after a long illness. Number 2. Kim Galen Hughes. He was an American basketball player and coach. Between 1975 and 1981, he played professionally in the ABA and NBA with the New York/New Jersey Nets, Denver Nuggets, and Milwaukee Bucks. In 2010, Hughes was the interim head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers for 33 games. He later worked as an assistant coach with the Portland Trail Blazers until his dismissal in July 2015. Hughes played college basketball at the University of Wisconsin beginning in 1971, averaging 15 points and 11 rebounds in his senior year. His identical twin brother, Kerry, also 6 feet 11 inches, was likewise a starter for the Badgers. He died August 29. He was 73 years, died due to cancer. Number 3. Ahmad Pejman. He was an Iranian-American classical composer, recognized for his contributions to opera, symphonies, and film music. He was awarded a scholarship to study composition at the Music Academy in Vienna. There, he studied with Thomas Christian David, Alfred Yule, Hans Jelinek, and Friedrich Serra. In his first year at the Academy, Pejman's works were performed by the Vienna Chamber Orchestra, and his orchestral composition Rhapsody was presented by the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra. In his third year as a student, he was commissioned to compose the first Persian opera, Rustic Festival, for the inauguration of the Tehran Opera House, Radaki Hall. In 1984, Pejman relocated to Los Angeles, where he continued composing and arranging music for jazz groups, popular ensembles, and motion pictures. He was born 1935 and died August 29th. He was 90 years, cause is not given. Number 4. Randy Moffett. He was a professional pitcher in Major League Baseball, playing for the San Francisco Giants, Houston Astros, and Toronto Blue Jays. The younger sibling of tennis champion Billie Jean Moffett King. He graduated from Long Beach Polytechnic High School and later from California State University, Long Beach. He joined the San Francisco Giants main roster in 1972, appearing in his first Major League Baseball game on June 11th. By 1979, in his 8th season with the team, Moffett was diagnosed with cryptosporidia enteritis. Died August 28th. He was 76 years due to long illness. Number 5. X-Tease. He was a Finnish hip-hop artist, producer, and DJ. He first gained attention as a member of the group SNTC family, working with Krakarava, Nuntun, and SLTF. Later on, he collaborated as a guest on projects by DJ Cridlock and the duo Evil Stu and Coxaku. Tutomorko released his debut solo album on Tata in January 2013, and within its first week, it reached number 3 on the official Finnish album chart. In the early 2010s, Tease established himself as a solo artist. His debut studio album, On Tata, was released in 2013 and received positive attention within the Finnish rap community. The album showcased his distinctive lyrical style, often blending surreal humor with sharp social commentary. X-Tease also performed under the alias Aero D Costa, while making electronic music as part of the group Mad Max Mattel. He was born 1988 and died August 29th. He was 37 years, cause is not known. Number 6. Timo Tuomast. He was an Estonian opera vocalist who appeared in numerous opera houses across Europe and also gave performances during tours in the United States. In 1989, he completed his studies at the Tallinn Conservatoire, where he trained in the vocal class of Teo Maist. Tuomast appeared as a soloist with the Vienna State Opera and the Vienna Chamber Opera, and later held soloist positions at the Coburg Landestheater and the Anhaltisches Theater in Dessau. He was also invited as a guest soloist to numerous other theaters throughout Germany. In 2009, he began working as a lecturer in the vocal department at the Estonian Academy of Music and Theatre. The following year, Tuomast again appeared as a guest soloist with the Estonian National Opera and the Vanemuine Theatre. He was born 1962 and died August 29th. He was 63 years, cause is not given. Number 7. Lourdes Ambris. She was a Mexican soprano who made her operatic debut in 1982 with the National Opera Company of the National Institute of Fine Arts, performing as Olympia in The Tales of Hoffmann. She performed with nearly all of Mexico's leading orchestras and also appeared as a soloist with the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. In 2006, he received the Mozart Medal, conferred by the Austrian Embassy in Mexico. In September 2014, she assumed the position of Assistant Artistic Director of the National Opera Company of Belas Arts. Died August 28th. He was 67 years due to series of strokes. Number 8. Frederica Messiah Jackson. She served on the Philadelphia County Court of Common Pleas, where she became president judge in November 2000. She finished her studies at the Philadelphia High School for Girls in only 3 years, graduating at 16. She later attended Chestnut Hill College, where she also graduated in 3 years, and went on to earn a law degree from the University of Pennsylvania Law School in 1974. She later served as chief counsel to the Pennsylvania Senate's Insurance and Business Committee. Died August 27th. She was 74 years. Number 9. Luis Lucas. He was a Portuguese actor who worked in theater, film, and television. He became known for his stage performances with prominent theater companies in Portugal and also appeared in several television productions and feature films. In addition to his theater work, he appeared in Portuguese television series and telenovelas, contributing to the popularization of local drama productions. His work in film included roles in feature films during the 1970s and 1980s, where he was recognized for his strong screen presence. Died August 24th. He was 73 years. Number 10. Joseph Daly. He was an American teacher, jazz performer, composer, and arranger, recognized for playing the tuba, trombone, and euphonium. Daly completed his studies at the High School of Music and Art in 1967. He later enrolled at the Manhattan School of Music, where he received a bachelor's degree in performance in 1972, followed by a master's degree in music education in 1973. Alongside his work as an educator, he pursued a career in jazz as a composer, arranger, and performer, collaborating with well-known musicians including Mongito Santamaria and Howard Johnson. Joseph performed with a variety of groups, ranging from small ensembles to larger collectives, such as Howard Johnson and Gravity, the Liberation Music Orchestra, and the Earthtones Ensemble. He was born 1949 and died August 3rd. He was 75 years. Number 1. Leroy Jordan. An American linebacker, he played 14 seasons in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys after being drafted in the first round in 1963. He had previously played college football for the Alabama Crimson Tide and was honored with induction into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983. Jordan played as both a linebacker and center for the University of Alabama. In his sophomore season in 1960, he was part of the team that posted an 8-1-2 record and competed in the Bluebonnet Bowl against Texas. In 1980, he was recognized by the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. 3 years later, in 1983, he earned a place in the College Football Hall of Fame. His contributions were further acknowledged in 1988 when he was presented with the NCAA Silver Anniversary Award. He earned a spot on the Cowboys' Silver Season All-Time Team and, in 1988, was named one of 15 finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Died August 30th, he was 84 years, due to multiple myeloma and renal failure. Number 2. Mark Knoller. An American radio journalist, he spent much of his 5-decade career with CBS News, where he specialized in covering the White House. Beginning in 1996, he became noted for compiling detailed statistics on the daily schedules of U.S. presidents. His first position in reporting came in 1975 with the Associated Press radio service. After joining CBS in 1988, he eventually shifted much of his work to Twitter due to voice difficulties that affected his on-air presence. He became noted for tracking presidents' daily routines, carefully tallying their appearances, remarks, and engagements over time. In the 2000s, complications from a workplace foot injury, combined with his diabetes, led to the amputation of 2 of Knoller's toes. He was born 1952 and died August 30th. He was 73 years, died after a period of declining health. Number 3. Carol Saline. An American by profession, he was active as a journalist, radio and television broadcaster, writer, and public speaker. Over her career, she published 8 books, which included titles such as Dr. Snow, Straight Talk, and A Guide to Good Health. She hosted CN8's daily cooking program, The Fret's Kitchen, and was a regular on Inside Story for close to a decade. Her national television credits include The Oprah Winfrey Show, The Phil Donahue Show, Larry King Live, CBS Good Morning, and Good Morning America. Her career also included public speaking and moderating, with appearances at lectures and workshops held nationwide. Died August 30th, she was 86 years. Died due to acute myeloid leukemia. In the final months of her life, she spoke with reporters from the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer, revealing her terminal illness and assisting in the preparation of her obituaries. Number 4. Arthur Brauss. He was a German actor. He is best known for his roles in German and international cinema during the 1960s and 1970s, appearing in war films, thrillers, and dramas. Brauss started his acting career in the early 1960s with supporting parts in German cinema and television. His breakthrough came in 1977 with Sam Peckinpah's Cross of Iron, where he played Major Brandt, a role that remains among his most widely recognized on the international stage. He also appeared in numerous other German and European films, including The Great Escape 2, The Untold Story, 1988, Escape from Sobibor, 1987, and Dogs, Do You Want to Live Forever? 1958. In addition, Brauss worked steadily in German television productions, often cast in military or authoritative roles due to his strong screen presence. He was born 1936 and died August 30th. He was 89 years. Died due to massive heart attack. Number 5. Duke Cunningham. An American Republican politician, Vietnam veteran, and fighter ace. Cunningham represented 3 California districts in Congress starting in 1991. He later served a prison sentence after being convicted of accepting bribes from defense firms. For 20 years, Cunningham was a pilot and officer in the United States Navy. In the Vietnam War, he achieved ace status, one of only 2 Navy aviators to do so, and afterward became an instructor at the Fighter Weapons School and the commanding officer of Fighter Squadron 126. Cunningham entered politics in 1990, winning election to the U.S. House of Representatives by defeating Democratic incumbent Jim Bates. Beginning in 1991, he represented California's 44th and later the 51st congressional districts. He was born 1941 and died August 27th. He was 83 years. Number 6. Alain Belmondo. He was a French film producer. He began his career off-camera in the French cinema industry, initially serving in roles such as assistant director, production manager, and unit production manager. Alain also produced several critically esteemed films independent of his brother's involvement: Chocolate, 1988, and Indochine, 1992. He won Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. He was born 1931 and died August 27. He was 93 years. No cause was given. Number 7. Charles Bierbauer. An American journalist and TV news anchor, he went on to an academic career, becoming Dean of the University of South Carolina's College of Mass Communications and Information Studies. Over a career spanning 2 decades at CNN, Bierbauer served as Pentagon correspondent, senior White House correspondent under the Reagan and George H.W. Bush administrations, and later senior Washington correspondent. He also covered the Supreme Court, reported on 5 presidential campaigns, and traveled extensively with presidents to every U.S. state and more than 30 nations. He worked as a reporter and producer on a Discovery Channel documentary about the September 11th attacks in 2001. He was born 1942 and died August 31st. He was 83 years. Number 8. Joe Bugner. He was a Hungarian-born British, Australian professional boxer who competed in the heavyweight division and actor. He holds triple nationality, originally being a citizen of Hungary and a naturalized citizen of both Australia and the United Kingdom. He unsuccessfully challenged Muhammad Ali for the heavyweight championship in 1975, losing by a unanimous decision. As an actor, he is often known for his role in the 1994 action film Street Fighter alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia. In 1972, Bugner achieved a significant breakthrough by winning 8 consecutive bouts, including a knockout victory over Jürgen Blin to capture the European Heavyweight Championship. This winning streak showcased his improved skills and ringcraft, convincing his management that he was ready to face the world's leading heavyweights. He was born 1950 and died September 1st. He was 75 years, due to severe dementia. Number 9. Randy Boone. He was an American actor and country music singer. He is best known for his roles in American television westerns during the 1960s, particularly his starring role as Randy Benton in The Virginian, 1963. Boone began his career as a folk singer and guitarist, performing in coffee houses before moving into acting. His musical background frequently complemented his screen roles, where he often portrayed guitar-playing characters in various television series. In 1963, Boone was cast as Randy Benton, a young ranch hand and musician, in the long-running NBC Western series The Virginian. He remained with the show until 1966, becoming a familiar face to American television audiences. He was born 1942 and died August 28th. He was 83 years. Number 1. Gary Stubblefield. He was an American politician from Arkansas. A Republican, he served in the Arkansas House of Representatives and was later elected to the Arkansas Senate from District 26 in 2013. He also held positions on a quorum court and a local school board. He served 1 term in the Arkansas House of Representatives from District 67 before seeking a seat in the state Senate in 2012. In 2017, Stubblefield proposed a bill aimed at limiting the state's Freedom of Information Act, which would have barred public access to records concerning K-12 schools, higher education campus police, and the Arkansas State Capitol Police. He introduced a resolution on African American history that minimized the significance of slavery in U.S. history and included criticism of Democrats. It failed by a 22-4 vote. He was born 1951 and died September 2nd. He was 74 years. Number 2. Scott Spiegel. He was an American filmmaker, screenwriter, producer, and actor. Alongside his longtime friend Sam Raimi, he co-wrote the screenplay for Evil Dead 2. The two attended Wiley E. Groves High School in Birmingham, Michigan. Spiegel also portrayed Scotty in Raimi's short film Within the Woods, a precursor to The Evil Dead, where the role was later played by Richard Demaneker. In the early 1990s, Spiegel played a role in shaping independent cinema by introducing Quentin Tarantino to producer Lawrence Bender, a connection that led to the production of Reservoir Dogs. In 1999, Spiegel directed From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money, a direct-to-video sequel to the original film. He later co-founded the production company Raw Nerve alongside directors Eli Roth and Boaz Yakin. He was born 1957 and died September 1st. He was 67 years. Number 3. George Raveling. He was an American basketball player and coach at the collegiate level. As a player, he competed for Villanova University and later went on to serve as head coach at Washington State University, 1972, the University of Iowa, and the University of Southern California, 1986. Raveling worked as Nike's global director of basketball sports marketing from 1994 until his passing in 2025. He also served as a color commentator for Fox Sports Net and was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. He coached the Washington State Cougars beginning in 1972, leading the program to 2 NCAA tournament berths over the course of his 11-year tenure. In 2013, Raveling was honored with the John W. Bunn Lifetime Achievement Award and was also inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame. He was born 1937 and died September 1st. He was 88 years, due to cancer. Number 4. Emilio Fede. An Italian journalist and writer, he became widely recognized as a television news presenter. Beginning in 1981, he directed the flagship broadcast TG1, and later went on to lead both Studio Aperto and TG4, shaping Italian television journalism for decades. He began his professional career with Italy's public broadcaster RAI in the early 1950s, eventually emerging as one of the network's most familiar news personalities during its era of near-total dominance in Italian television. From 1991, while serving as director of TG4 on Rete 4, owned by media magnate and former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, Fede was frequently criticized for managing the news with a strong pro-Berlusconi slant. He was born 1931 and died September 2nd. He was 94 years. Number 5. Morten Arnfred. He was a Danish film director and screenwriter. He has directed a number of feature films and television series since the late 1970s and is known for his collaborations with prominent Scandinavian filmmakers. Arnfred began working in Danish cinema in the 1970s, initially gaining recognition as an assistant director and later moving into directing. His film, The Russian Singer, was selected for screening at the 43rd Berlin International Film Festival. He later collaborated with Lars von Trier as co-director of the television miniseries trilogy Rigid. Beyond feature films, Arnfred has been active in television, directing miniseries and TV movies, further establishing himself as one of Denmark's most versatile storytellers. He was born 1945 and died September 2nd. He was 80 years due to a short illness. Number 6. Rosalind Drexler. Drexler was an American creative figure whose career combined the visual arts, literature, theater, television, and even professional wrestling. While she earned honors such as an Obie Award for playwriting and an Emmy Award for her television work, she became most widely associated with her pop art canvases. She also reached a popular audience through her novelization of the film Rocky, published under the pseudonym Julia Sorrell. Drexler drew on her time as Rosa Carlo when writing her 1972 novel To Smithereens, which was well received by critics. She explained that although she disliked the experience itself, she felt it was worth turning into material for a book. The novel later served as the inspiration for the 1980 film Below the Belt. Born 1926 and died September 3rd, she was 98 years. Number 7. Jacques Charrier. He was a French performer and creative artist who worked as an actor, film producer, painter, and ceramicist. After gaining recognition in French cinema during the late 1950s and 1960s, he eventually shifted his focus toward the visual arts. Charrier made his film debut in the late 1950s. Born 1936 and died September 3rd, he was 88 years. Number 8. Patrick Hemingway. He was an American wildlife conservationist and author, best known as the second son of novelist Ernest Hemingway and the first child of Hemingway's second wife, Pauline Pfeiffer. As a child, he often traveled abroad with his parents before pursuing his studies at Harvard University, where he graduated in 1950. Soon after, he relocated to East Africa, spending 25 years there. In Tanzania, he worked as a professional big-game hunter and operated his own safari company for more than a decade. In 1955, he established the Tanganyika safari business near Mount Kilimanjaro, but stepped away from it in the early 1960s due to his wife's illness. He later dedicated himself to education, spending 12 years teaching wildlife conservation at the College of African Wildlife Management in Tanzania. Born 1928 and died September 2nd, he was 97 years. Number 9. Robert J. Lifton. An American psychiatrist and author, he gained prominence for examining the psychological origins and consequences of war and political violence. He is also noted for formulating the concept of thought reform and for being an early supporter of psychohistory. Lifton began his career in 1951 as an Air Force psychiatrist in Japan and Korea, an experience that influenced his later focus on war and political violence. He went on to teach and conduct research at the Washington School of Psychiatry, Harvard University, and John Jay College of Criminal Justice, where he co-founded the Center for the Study of Human Violence. He belonged to Collegium International, a group of prominent figures in politics, science, and ethics, dedicated to developing new strategies for achieving peace, social justice, and economic sustainability. The BBC produced a 1975 adaptation of Lifton's work Death in Life, which appeared as episode 31 in the 11th season of the documentary series Horizon. He was born 1926 and died September 4th. He was 99 years. Number 10. Giorgio Armani. An Italian fashion designer and billionaire, he initially achieved recognition through his work at Cerruti 1881. He went on to establish the Armani brand in 1975, which expanded beyond clothing into areas such as music, athletics, and high-end hotels. By 2001, he had been described as the most successful Italian-born designer and was credited with redefining red carpet style. At his death, the value of his fashion empire exceeded $12.1 billion. He was born 1934 and died September 4th. He was 91 years. Number 1. Stephen Mendillo. He was an American actor. He began his career on stage, performing extensively with the Yale Repertory Theater, where his credits included productions of Macbeth, Julius Caesar, Dance of Death, The Inspector General, and Winterset. He went on to appear with the New York Shakespeare Festival, Hartford Stage, McCarter Theater, and the Williamstown Theater Festival. In New York, he originated the role of Martin in Sam Shepard's Play Fool for Love, 1983, appearing off-Broadway alongside Ed Harris and Kathy Baker, and continued with the production in Los Angeles and London. Mendillo made his feature film debut in Slapshot, 1977, playing Jim Ahern, the Chiefs' alternate captain. He went on to appear in films including The Verdict, 1982, Daniel, Lone Star, and Empire Falls, 2005. He was born 1942 and died September 3rd. He was 82 years, due to heart attack. Number 2. Ken Dryden. A Canadian professional goaltender, lawyer, businessman, author, and politician. He was recognized as both an officer of the Order of Canada and a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame. Representing the Liberal Party, he entered Parliament in 2004 and was appointed Minister of Social Development that same year. Over his hockey career with the Montreal Canadiens, which began in 1971, he won 6 Stanley Cups and claimed the Vezina Trophy on 5 occasions. The NHL named him one of its 100 greatest players in 2017, and he received the Order of Hockey in Canada in 2020. Dryden's NHL debut came on March 14, 1971, versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, where he stopped 35 of 36 shots in a 5-1 win. He entered the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1983, had his number 29 retired by Montreal in 2007, and was inducted into the Ontario Sports Hall of Fame in 2011. He was born 1947 and died September 5th. He was 78 years, due to cancer. Number 3. Mark Volman. An American vocalist, guitarist, and songwriter. He first achieved fame as one of the original members of the rock band, The Turtles, in the 1960s. He subsequently performed with Howard Kaylan in the 1970s as the duo Flo and Eddie. As founding members of the Turtles, Volman and Howard Kaylan achieved widespread popularity in the late 1960s. Following this, Frank Zappa recruited them into the Mothers of Invention. The duo also created Flo and Eddie, through which they collaborated across music, cinema, and radio broadcasting. Volman appeared on the soundtrack of 200 Motels, Frank Zappa's 1971 pseudo-documentary film noted for its comedic approach. In 1999, Volman received a Master of Fine Arts degree with a concentration in screenwriting from Loyola. Following his graduation, he began teaching music business and industry courses in Loyola's Communications and Fine Arts department. He was born 1947 and died September 5th. He was 78 years, due to Lewy body dementia. Number 4. G.A. Moore. An American high school football coach in Texas, he concluded his career following the 2011 season with a record of 422 wins, 86 losses, and 9 ties, the most victories in Texas high school football at that point. His coaching career started at Bryson High School, where he took over a program that had endured a 21-game losing streak prior to his tenure. Moore became head coach of Sherman High School in 1986, inheriting a program that had gone winless the previous season. Under his leadership, Sherman improved to a 6-4 record in his debut year, earning him the Dallas Area Coach of the Year award. After 2 years with the program, he returned to Salina to serve again as head coach. He stepped down in 2004 but resumed coaching in 2009 as head coach of Aubrey High School. He was born 1939 and died September 5th. He was 86 years. Number 5. Pia Velsi. An Italian actress and singer, she worked extensively in television, including performances in Don Matteo and The Wings of Life. She became widely recognized for portraying a nun in long-running advertising campaigns for Olive Grove and Racchetta water brands. In her work in cinema, she appeared in productions directed by prominent figures such as Nanny Loy and Renato Castellani. She was born 1924 and died September 4th. She was 101 years. Cause is not given. Number 6. Batty Winkle. An American internet figure, she achieved viral attention at 85 years old. Her social media tagline, "Stealing Your Man Since 1928, circulated widely in 2016. Recognized for her humor, she opposed ageism by cultivating a personal image defined by unconventional fashion, advocacy for medical marijuana, and humorous innuendo. Winkle's role as an activist and online influencer reflected her critique of the beauty industry and its imposition of unrealistic limitations, especially on women. In 2015, Grit Creative Group featured her in the launch campaign for their website, in which she portrayed figures such as Kurt Cobain and Kate Moss. That same year, she promoted the second season of Nicole Richie's Candidly Nicole on VH1, appeared at a Netflix red carpet event for Orange is the New Black, and attended the MTV Video Music Awards as a guest of Miley Cyrus and MTV. Also in 2015, she appeared in Lunch Money Lewis' music video for Ain't Too Cool. She was born 1928 and died September 4th. She was 97 years, died in a car accident. Number 7. Silvio Tendler. He was a Brazilian filmmaker and documentarian. By 2014, he had directed more than 40 films and became widely regarded as one of the leading documentary filmmakers in Brazil. His work on political figures such as Juscelino Kubitschek, João Goulart, and Carlos Marighella earned him the title the Filmmaker of the Defeated, or the Filmmaker of Interrupted Dreams. He studied in France, specializing in documentary cinema applied to social sciences at the Guémet Museum of the Sorbonne, 1973, earning a degree in history from Paris Diderot University, 1975, and completing a major in cinema and history at the École Pratique de Hautes Études, Sorbonne, 1976. He was born 1950 and died September 5th. He was 75 years. Number 8. Joseph McNeil. He was a United States Air Force Major General, recognized for his role as one of the Greensboro Four. In February 1960, the group of African American students staged a sit-in at the Woolworth's lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina, directly challenging the segregated policy that refused service to black customers. While studying at North Carolina A&T, Joseph McNeil participated in the Reserve Officer Training Corps. Through the program, he developed a sense of disciplined leadership, emphasizing structured action, clear objectives, and the importance of following orders. He was born 1942 and died September 4th. He was 83 years, due to Parkinson's disease. Number 9. Rober Hadasyan. He was an Armenian author and playwright who also served as the editor-in-chief of Marmara, an Armenian-language daily newspaper, a position he held from 1967 until his passing. He completed his studies at the Pangalti Armenian Katarist High School in 1944 and later earned a degree in philosophy from the Faculty of Letters at Istanbul University. Already contributing to Marmara as a journalist, Hadasyan was appointed editor-in-chief in 1967. Over the course of his career, he authored between 50 and 60 books. Died September 6th, he was 99 years.